Yo, what's up? I am back again with another video. I know it's been a while. I know I told y'all I was back in January when I made one last time. Um, this time I'm going to try to start recording more frequently. Um, I'm running out of space on my phone. That's another thing I'm running into, but that's okay. We'll figure out something soon. But and I know you guys see the new haircut, something different I did. It's growing back. It look a mess for real right now. But today I'm gonna talk about something very important. It is just what I'm gonna talk about today is happiness, finding your own happiness. Um Now I was listening to a podcast a few months ago. It's called The Happiness Lab. Um Check it out, honestly. It's a really good podcast. And they were doing like different they were interviewing a bunch of different people and stuff like that, and they talked to a bunch of rich guys about why they aren't happy, because a lot of people say money don't buy you happiness, which it doesn't. So uh those guys came to, out of all of the answers they gave, the most frequent one was family. So I just want to talk to you guys, expand upon that a little bit, and say why family's very important. I remember being a little kid when we would all go to my great grandma's house, and all my aunts, my grandma, my grandma's sisters, my grandma's brothers, we would all be up over there cramped into her house on like Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter and all these holidays. We would all just be up over there, just hanging out. And I remember being a little kid, and I'm like, I didn't understand it. Like, I wanted to go play with my friends or go do something else and stuff like that. And like the older and older I got, like I say probably like around like my teenage years is when it started really clicking to me, like how important that those moments were. And at that time we didn't do it no more. Like people would stop coming around as much. So um this year on a Christmas, my grandma kept telling my aunt that she wanted everybody to come and come over to her house like old times, and we did that for Christmas. And I just I can say that that was probably one of like the better, like that was like one of the best moments of my life, just being around everybody again. From what I it hasn't been around since I was little. And I think a reason why family brings you happiness is because these are the people that groomed you into who you are. You know what I'm saying? And though there's always good times and bad times with your family, the when you think back on everything like that, when you grow up and everything like that, the good is always going, the good overshadows the bad in that regard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people have different walks of life and stuff like that, and some people grew up and they didn't have as much money and stuff like that, but they always talk about like how, like, I'll use Kevin Durant for example. When he won the MVP, he talked about how his mom always made sure that him and his brother were taken care of and stuff like that, and that she was the real MVP for that. And I feel like that just like that's just how it is being around people who you are you used to being around. So I just want everyone to have the takeaway from this one, that it's that finding happiness, it could be my happiness. I found honestly is when I'm with my family. When I'm around them, I'm the most happy. That may not be yours, but and there's other ways to find happiness. Um, I would just tell you to check on that podcast, because the podcast is run by people who had PhDs in studying happiness, which is, I didn't know that was a thing until I got on the podcast. But that really is something that I encourage you all to look at, and I encourage you all to look at that and then look into yourself and self and find your true happiness, because we all need to be happy before uh, we can make another person happy. We all need to be happy um, to get through this thing called life, because there's always going to be ups and downs. And I'm starting to realize that when you're happy, even those downs, those low moments, they don't really hit that hard, you know. Um, I so you just smile through everything, and keep on being happy, as I would say. They always say. Thank y'all so much for watching in advance. I'm gonna try to hurry up and get this thing edited, because my charger is broken. My nephew broke my charger. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.